All right, check this out. We have a they. I don't know if they do this often in hip hop, but this is a collaboration.
Oh,
Is that
no, it's
is
very rare.
Yeah, I thought so, right? I,
Yeah, it never happens.
I'm thinking what we've done like 100 tracks and only like 80 of them have been collaborations. So I just thought, man, this is going to be super special. But anyway, this is yet another collaboration, and it's two people we like. We know well, yeah, we have liked. Let's say it's NF. We like NF. It's Hopsin. We didn't done a ton of Hopsin, but we really like that Bella Ciao and whatnot. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we've heard him. He's collabed on some other stuff too. We've done, so he's got a cool
There was a
voice.
Mercury collab
Right,
too. Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool. So anyway, this is an NF track with Hobson called Lost.
Oh,
And
nice.
nothing's too lightweight when it comes to NF, as I'm understanding. He brings a heavy hand with his works and stuff, and I'm pretty sure Hobson can hang in with that. So
Yeah, he can get kind of heavy too. And you know what? Hey, once again, uh, doing an NF collab, gonna be expecting that what I'm hearing is that Hobson will not be using any cuss words here,
that's right,
like Tech Nine did.
right.
So I think that's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be. I don't know what to expect. I mean, with a title like Lost,
I'm
you know,
expecting a story about finding you're not even finding yourself yet. You're just pure straight
Lost,
up lost. So
just Lost.
it could be a heart wrencher, you know what I mean? It could be a heavy one. But when it comes to heavy stuff, man, NF sounds so good to me when,
Yes.
So I'm excited, man. We're going to roll with the lyric video. I know, no, hold the thumbs down. Wait a minute, chill out. We can't use the original,
That is true. That is true.
it
Sometimes we can't.
blows. Sometimes it can't. And NF is one of those artists we can't unless you get it like the day he drops. So we're just rolling with the lyric video, which is always cool to hear lyrics anyway. So
Yeah, yeah.
all right, let's hit it, man. NF
Let's
with
see.
Hobson, Lost.
All right.
Look, self awareness, pride's a coat, and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. Cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me is a personal canvas. The pain can be flat, I get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadow. But something on that up, I don't wanna be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits been off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant like I
I
own what I
like that
value. I can
music.
take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really wanna do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss. I'm pulling back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws and told me I can never revolve. Then pull a bane on them, ask them, oh, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. I'm flawed, the traits that I want, they say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it.
So I'm really liking this. You know, it seems like he's just saying, like, with the line that really stuck out to me is like, you need someone to call you out, right?
Yeah.
You know, and this right here is like, he's suggesting that this energized him to like, all right, now I'm gonna go all out, right? Hey, like doing the big shows, but I am a fighter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like And that's really cool. Like sometimes everybody reacts differently to getting, slapped around, if you will, verbally slapped around. Some people they wilt up, and other people like take that as a challenge. And he's like, I'm here for the challenge of this.
I think it's everyone who's like called out, like you said, takes it differently. But I think the important ingredient there is that you needed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, look, it's like, okay, you called me out saying, Connor, you're just too handsome and perfect, and your hair is growing back at such a huge rate. It's just amazing. And I'm like,
Ran out to Walmart and bought a comb. Is that what happened?
it's just, I was just like, Dave, you're full of shit, man. I'm not gorgeous, dude. Okay, I don't have a line of fans trying to get my autograph and take pictures with me, and I'm not getting hugged all the time at the store and stuff. But I was lying to myself, Dave, because that is what's happening to me, And so all right. That's maybe not the best example, but when you're called out and the person who calls you out is correct,
Yeah.
and it hurts, right? It's always going to hurt you. Hearing the truth is going to be like, fuck.
Yeah, truth hurts.
So truth hurts, and it's about how you go about taking in that information, right? Like you said, you could fight it and say, fuck you, man. You don't know what you're talking about, and just make things worse for yourself. Or you could eventually accept it. But either way, being called out hurts and sucks.
And right here, the line that's up: take the worst of it and try to make the best of it. Because when you fail, just know it's a test. And if what?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
When you fail, just know that it's a test, and if you can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist, it's okay to make mistakes. Just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Skip the exit when I'm lost.
Yeah, he skips the exit when he's lost. Here's I take the high road when I'm lost.
Okay.
I get nervous, right? I'm lost. I'm fucked up. I don't know what to do next, kind of thing. So I become like a gentleman in all aspects of life. I just become sweet, and because I'm lost mentally, like, oh shit, I don't know what to do in this situation right now. So I just go up and high and just hello. You know what I mean? Where that. When you're lost, but different ways of going about it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like what he's saying here.
When I'm lost, lost. Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grin. And they all wanna see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulder's ready for most drugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone, I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having it so hard. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Man, hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity. It's kinda funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list. Cause manifest mastered this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Woo.
So Hopsin was taking a different track on this, right? He's talking about he's going to go search for answers. You know,
You're right. I didn't catch 100% of like, all I could say in agreement with you is it seemed like he had a different perspective of dealing with the same sort of issue, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a complex topic, and you're trying to wrap that in 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
So, all right. So,
and
at
trying to
its
say it so clearly.
right,
Yeah, go ahead.
at its core, right? He's like all these kind of negative, hard hitting. It's a lot of fear coming out of NF here. It's like a lot of fear based anger and confusion.
Yeah,
But
from
he
both of
says,
them.
but that's what happens when I'm lost.
Yeah.
And then that's what that was his arc to me, was like just talking like these thoughts, I'm not gonna go away, I'll chase it, I'm not perfect, I'm this and this, I'm all these thoughts and realities when I'm lost. I don't,
Yeah.
because he did say he doesn't take the high road when he's lost, so he's just kind of in the soup of his own fears. It seemed to me when Hopsin came in, he's like, my gloves are on. He's like, lost or not, I'm gonna punch the fuck out of these thoughts. You know what I mean? I'm not I'm not gonna be all taken in by them. Oh, we're swinging.
Yeah.
So they had
It's
a
like, I
little
don't
different,
care.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Bible,
Right.
Book of James, right? I'm gonna find my answer, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna, I mean,
Man, that's pretty cool, because it was, look, if you're NF and I know you're a heavy handed cat basically, and you ask me as Hopsin to come be on a track with you, I know as Hopsin I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get challenged here. This little NF dude is gonna bring me a heavy idea,
yeah.
and so that must be kind of fun as an artist to go, all right, and it's this idea lost. So they're talking, obviously it's about the same thing there, but they did get to present their two personal takes and ideas and approaches to the same.
Yeah. Well,
That's
one thing
pretty
I
cool
like
for a
about
track.
this is one thing that I really like about this is that they didn't try to run each other over, right?
No,
They both generally worked with the same sort of production, and had the same general rhythm.
yeah,
Kept on theme with each other. Like the production behind Hopsin and NF are a little bit different, but that's cool. There's got to be a little bit of difference there, right? But what it is that you can almost, like, if you showed this to someone and you told them, like, all right, how many rappers do you think are on this? They might actually reasonably tell you, oh, that's just one rapper, right? Because they sound similar enough.
Yeah.
Like, we're familiar with both their voices at this point that we can hear who's who. But, at the end of the day, it's just that they are so clean and together in this song, thematically and just rhythmically, production-wise, they're very close. I mean, it's really cool how they pulled
this is
that
again
off.
we say it when we talk like this when we feel these songs, because they stick out to us, because when there's collaborations are dime a dozen, but when the collaborators are together on a track, you clearly feel it. Like you didn't lose energy, you didn't lose the intensity, you didn't start a whole new song here. This is one singular idea that two minds got to be able to think on their own and approach in the way they wanted, but in totality it was one
I don't think it's really possible to do a collab with NF without being in the studio with him.
Because he's
'Cause I
deep.
mean,
He's yeah.
well, it's not only that, but the production behind it is so large.
It's
You know, like
super large. His
the
he's got
I'm assuming that's still Tommy Profit, like doing productions here, and it's
nice
like
name
how,
drop. Good name drop.
yeah.
You
Well,
gotta
how would
drop
you
names. I'm impressed. I love it.
like? How do you? How would you? You know, I mean, it's not just like a four on the floor beat. Like,
I
hey,
have
here,
no idea. I
you
have no
couldn't do it.
idea because even if they
Be-
just left this open spot for Hopsin to jump in, I mean, are you telling me Hopsin has to fit perfectly in what? I just
no,
don't think you would do that to a man like Hopsin, and I don't think Hopsin
yeah,
fits in any kind of box. He's not going to fit in an NF box. I don't know how they did this, but you're right. All there's a lot of them we've heard that like you could just phone it in,
yeah,
record me
you
on
could
the phone,
tell.
dude. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But then there's some of the great ones are like they had to be together on this, man.
yeah, same studio, same,
Same thing, man.
worked it out for a day or two, and
Right.
just
Because this is cool,
yeah,
man. So it's another NF that I love. I know I'm learning now he's always gonna be fairly intense, okay? But that's
yeah.
okay because it's music's so powerful. Sometimes I need my heart drained, It's just like
You know, it's kind of like what you were saying the other day about the AC/DC, man. You know what you're going to get, and he's going to deliver, and
sort of, yeah, and
every,
and it's a good one every time out, but it
and not
is.
to claim that I've heard every single NF track, but every NF track that I've
You
heard,
haven't. You've only heard like one or two more than me. We've gone through this. Remember when you were trying to show off the first time? We played it.
well, every NF track
Ah,
that
he
I've
won't
heard
even
so
listen to me.
far
You
has
get that's
been,
good, man. It's good. You
has
shouldn't
been
listen
intense
to me.
like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So we know what to expect when we get NF, I think,
Yes, I do too. I do too. But I also think he's one of the guys like I hope he's happy someday. I'd like to hear his happy music too because
I almost always feel uplifted in a weird way,
well
though.
that's the truth because
Because
he
he always has a seed of hope in there and
yes,
fighting and
yes,
power. And, he's never like, I am fully worn out.
right.
You know, nothing like
No,
that.
I 100% agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
seed of hope in every bit of like darkness that he's working through.
exploring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's totally true. He is pretty awesome and unique, and I like that one. Hobson sounded awesome on it, and yeah, that was a good one, man. So awesome.
yeah.